going on? Okay. Family meditation. Okay, so practicing a 10-minute meditation with your children in the mornings, Pisces, if you're a mother or father, not only helps them succeed in school, but also creates a meaningful opportunity for family bonding and calm. Gather your family for a short morning meditation. Focus on your breath or using a guided meditation audio. Afterwards, encourage each family member to share their experience, fostering openness and connection. This simple practice promotes a sense of calm and unity within the family, setting a peaceful tone for the day ahead. I love that. All right, let's see, y'all. Let's see. Just get my other decks out. Hold up. Okay. Let's get a totem animal for the month of October for Pisces. One more shuffle. Snail in reverse. Something might start speeding up, or it needs to. Yeah, look, we have banana. Look at this energy, y'all. We have the banana slug and the snail. My God. Talk about lazy. Jesus. It's like a rotten, just gross energy. It's like moist. It's like, y'all, what? Okay, so let's see. Snail. Let's see what this is, Pisces. Something needs to speed up. It's going, there's no growth here. This definitely feels like a continuation of the energy check, y'all. Okay. Hold up. Alright, so let's see what this is about. So I've never pulled the snail. Let's see. Somebody's name can start with an S, first, middle, last. Okay. Alright, so the snail superpowers are supposed to be about self-protection, learning to trust, opening up, vulnerability, being at home wherever you are, going on adventures, taking it slow, exploration. But somebody here, they don't protect themselves. They don't learn to trust. They aren't opening up. They're not vulnerable. They're not home wherever they are, and they're not going on adventures. They're going on nightmares or something. Maybe somebody takes things too quickly. They're not exploring. They should explore. Very high emphasis on the exploration energy. Like somebody needs to explore themselves. They need to go inwards. The snail wisdom is that understanding the value of taking things slow and examining all options is a secret superpower. So this is somebody that is entitled. They like to do things fast and quick. They want instant gratification, and that is not realistic. It's an ugly trait. Again. Okay? So when the snail appears, think about the delicate balance between protection and trust, between sharing and concealing. The snail wants you to know that you can make yourself at home where you happen to be. You carry within yourself all that you need to be successful and whole. I feel that somebody doesn't because they don't explore themselves. They don't go inward, so they don't have all the tools. So then they look at somebody else and want to just take it from somebody else that does, that has worked for it. But that's not how it's supposed to go, okay? You get to decide who you are and how and where you show up in the world, Pisces, okay? What other messages? Okay, what other messages for Pisces? Shelter in reverse. Neglect. So somebody here is losing their home, or there's not harmony in a home because there's I'm telling you, this is a one-sided energy. So, somebody's being neglected or somebody's neglecting. 2025 could be a significant year for somebody here. 2025. This is the year we're in. So somebody here could be born on the 20th or the 25th. Again, we're getting 7 and we're getting 2. Somebody could be born in 72 or be 27. Life path 7 or 2. So July 2nd, February 7th, February 25th. July 20th could be significant. Put it where it fits, y'all. Let's see what this is about. Shelter in reverse and neglect. So somebody here, the home isn't there because the heart isn't there. The effort isn't there. Something is seriously off here, y'all. What is going on, Pisces? Maybe you're going through a depressive era right now or something. I feel like this is divine intervention, though. I feel like Spirit is trying to, like, whatever's happening is meant to happen to open somebody's eyes, whether it's you or somebody in your energy, okay? So we're getting S again. We got snail, we got shelter. So somebody's name could start with an S, first, middle, last, or N. Okay, so shelter in reverse. Let's see. When this comes out in reverse, you might not recognize the merit that you bring to the table. Others do, though. They feed off of your energy, leaving you feeling fatigued and deserting you when you are of no use to them. Okay, so that could be significant. Like, this should be a place of no suffering, but there's suffering here because there's neglect. Maybe somebody's neglecting their inner child. Okay? All right, so when we pull neglect in the upright, y'all, let's see. This is about seclusion and distraction. Don't allow bitterness to overcome you, Pisces. Here you might feel abandoned. You are doubtful of your significance. You've lost track of your everyday pursuits due to the funk that you might be in. It feels as if everyone's life is moving at a steady upward pace and you aren't being considered or included. You make amends with your inner child. You remember her or him for who they are, and you apologize for not considering their feelings more often. You've been self-abandoning. You comprehend that every feeling has a root, and every root must be discovered for total wellness. Take the necessary steps to improve your overall health at this time. Okay, so somebody could be dealing with some health issues. Remember, I mentioned that too in the energy check, y'all. This is definitely a continuation. Somebody's not taking care of their own health, or they're not nourishing their inner child. They're not... Something's seriously wrong here. This is not good. Yeah, and somebody's not able to sacrifice something or someone. Or somebody's not going to take a sacrifice, or they're not going to be sacrificed. Or you can't sacrifice somebody else to get ahead, or whatever this is. Okay? Let's see. Alright, Pisces, what is going on with you, babes? What is up with you, babes? Why are you in a funk? Hold up. Let's do the archetypes. Okay, who should Pisces be aware of in October? Okay, we have an energy vampire. That makes sense. Ooh, yikes. So we might have like a narcissist or sociopathic energy, y'all. Yeah, somebody might need an exorcist or something. Let's see. Who else? Yeah, Femme Fatale, energy vampire, y'all. Makes sense. This is definitely... I am 100% sure now that this is a continuation of the energy check. So you're definitely going to want to watch that first. I haven't posted it yet. Okay, so let's go over the negative energies first, and then the positive ones, okay? Okay, so negative energies to look out for October, Pisces. Somebody here that depletes others, and their energy drains them, feeds off of their energy for their psychic survival. Chronic complaining and codependency. Yuck. A Samaritan in reverse, exacting appreciation and recognition for the help that you offer. A saboteur, somebody that induces self-destructive, like I said, destructive behavior, or the desire to undermine other people. An engineer in reverse, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequence. Horrifying energies, y'all. Horrifying. Okay, positive energies, a goddess, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. A femme fatale in the upright, somebody that highlights the erotic energy of the feminine but opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. This is somebody that does not foster codependent relationships. They might have like a goddess, like sensual energy to them, but they don't use that, you know, because they're lazy. They don't use that to manipulate others. They don't use that, you know, it's like that energy. An exorcist, somebody that frees yourself and others of destructive impulses. Exactly. Some kind of destructive energy or lack mentality or negative beliefs, self-limiting beliefs, they need to stop. Now is the time to change your life, and it requires work to grow. You cannot have the idea that you can ever really grow or things are going to change if you don't actually do the shadow work. You can literally spend $10 on Amazon and order a shadow workbook to start and really actually put the work in. Find the patience. Pull it out of your ass if you need to. Seriously. Because somebody really needs to do shadow work, like really bad. How they're behaving is not acceptable at all. It's just not. And they're going to find themselves alone at the end of the day. At the end of their life. In their life, in every way, if they continue behaving this way. When they could have just been a genuine, kind person, and they would have then been invited or included or, you know, respected, you know. Somebody's very rebellious and destructive when they should be inspiring, inspirational, constructive. It's all backwards here. Okay? And somebody here aggressively acts on their fantasies, which is recipe for disaster. Okay. What other messages for Pisces? Destiny. Something to do with destiny? Yeah, somebody's ungrateful for somebody's destiny, what's meant for them. But somebody here needs to transform because that's not acceptable. Because we got Ansus, which means that whatever this is, it's inherent, it's their spiritual birthright. They worked for it, it's theirs, has nothing to do with someone else, and they should be cheering them on. Because whatever it is, I'm assuming it's inspiring. But somebody here, they're thankless, they're mean, they are ungrateful, they need to evolve. Yeah, they need to be more flexible. Inflexibility is a sign of low IQ. All right? Shift with grace. It's a process. Again, somebody needs to go through this process to become more flexible because they're ungrateful. And that's one of the most rotten, attributes that there are in any person. Yeah. Somebody's destiny includes real love, period. So if somebody doesn't like that, they can suck one. Seriously. Yeah. Somebody needs to evolve so that they can stop being this ungrateful energy. Ugh. Somebody doesn't want somebody to have love in their destiny. Why? Because they feel unloved inside and they don't know how to express that, so they want to project it onto somebody else. Is it that cliche and lower vibrational? Ugh. I don't like it. Yeah. It's wow for sure, yeah. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. Yeah, whatever. I don't like it. I'm being pulled to use this deck real quick before we jump in. Alright, what do you want to tell me, Spirit? For Pisces. Okay, somebody's gaining. Again, this could be a continuation of the energy deck. It's so similar. Somebody's gaining. They're not afraid. And they're not rejected or homeless. Okay, period. Somebody could have wanted somebody to be rejected, dejected, afraid, not gaining. Ew. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Gross. Yeah, somebody was ready. They're also ready for marriage, and that's what they're going to have in their destiny. Because they show up for that kind of energy. They cultivate that kind of energy. They deserve it. Yeah, somebody here is not an expert at something, but they're not afraid. Or somebody here could have tried to affect somebody's profession over a marriage, or yeah, this isn't their right. They could have done literally black magic. This was a bad idea. Wow, y'all. Yeah, somebody's gonna get themselves sick. Somebody's not sick. They're ready. They're not overloaded, and they have a community of support. So this is a nightmare, not a daydream. Somebody's got to snap out of this fantasy here. They don't love themselves. That's why they're not persevering. So this is two separate energies. This sounds like envy to me, y'all. This sounds like somebody that looks at somebody that's opposite of them that really does love themselves, that acts like they love themselves when it's actually the other person who's, you know, winning, who has, you know, healthy relationships, friendships around them, who keeps going no matter what plot twists or curveballs come their way. They're going to gain marriage. They're going to have sweet love. They're going to have a wonderful relationship because that's what they show up as. That's what they bring to the table. Okay? Period. They love themselves, whereas this other energy that's been projecting does not. They do not love themselves. They are not independent. They have a lot of anxiety and fears, and they don't, like, they're not concerned with their own self-care or health enough. Okay, they don't do self-healing, like, and then they turn to black magic or manipulation or messing with the energies to cause somebody to, like, lose their profession or be afraid and to get sick and unwell. Well, they're not. Now what? So now what? So what now? So what now? What's plan D or E or F? D, E, or F could be significant. Okay. Let's see. June could be significant. January. Somebody could be 35. Somebody could be born in 76 or 67. Somebody could be 53. Somebody could be born in 81. January 18th. June 18th. Somebody could be born in 72. January 27th. June 27th. January 16th. June 16th. Somebody here could be 34 or 43. Okay, angel number 44 could be significant. Somebody could be 35 or 53. I think I already said that. June 25th. January 25th. January 26th. June 26th. Alright. Could be significant. Let's see. Alright, we're going to jump into the tarot, last part of your reading, Pisces, for October. All right, what is the overall energy with the tarot? It is very sad. It's disgusting too. It actually is. It's infuriating. But if you're ascended, you're not going to react to this type of energy. There's no point. All it is energy draining. Somebody's an energy vampire, and they're going to find themselves alone because once people figure that out, they're not going to want to be around them unless you're around other energy vampires. But then you're just going to be a group of people that target others and use others. And it's very low vibrational. Okay, it's not hot at all. Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this is somebody here that, like, they don't have enough motivation. They're too much of a coward to be a real Queen of Wands. They don't have the motivation to show up as a real Queen of Wands. So I'm guessing that this is a Queen of Wands in reverse. And Pisces, that's your energy. Queen of Wands. Or Queen of Cups. Those are your energies. So, I mean, this could be a karmic Pisces I'm reading for.